Hi, my loves. It's so beautiful out. Okay, so it is the middle of April right now, and it is some of my best weather. You know, like the air is just beautiful and crisp and smells so good. It just feels good going in. And so, I don't know, I got this new deck. And practice on it. I'm just gonna keep this guy short. Short, basic, nice and sweet. We'll start seated. Actually, we'll start on our knees. Okay. So, press the tops of the foot down into the mat. Find a gentle drag back for a low hollow in the ankle. Gently root your hips back. Hold these hollows. So these little creases in the groin, we want to keep them dipping inward just a little bit. The belly gets long, the ribs begin to float up away from the hips. Reach the arms forward and expand the space between the shoulder blades. Lift your chin, open your throat, and then just begin to glide your ribs side to side, kind of like you're driving a big tractor. Keep your chin lifted and rise through the bottom ribs. So think about picking up the low ribs on each side. Notice if the shoulders creep up towards the neck, soften the shoulders, soften the traps, and just moving with the ribs, gliding side to side. And then find some stillness in the center. Push your arms super far forward and then sweep them back to catch both sides of the skull. Elbows hug narrow, hold the spaciousness between the shoulder blades. Root the hips back, hold those hollows in the groins, and then rise through the center, forearms lift towards the sky. Sit back, sit deep, sit wide, curl the chin into the chest, broad in the back. And then root your hips back, soften the belly forward, big rise up, heart to sky. Two more, just like that, curl in, chin dips into the chest, broad and into the back. And then root the hips back, soften the belly forward, lift it up. Curl in. Root back, soften the belly, ripple open, lift it up, heart to sky, big rise. And then we'll pulse high through the center and arc over to the right. Hips root back, soften the belly forward, lift up, arc over. And release your right hand. Catch the outside edge of your left thigh. Allow the belly to soften towards your arm. Root those hips back and then big rise up into the left side. Press the head into the hand, open the throat. And we'll tuck that elbow down towards the right corner of the mat, curl the chin into the chest, broad in the back. And then root back, press the head into the hand and peel it back open. Pulse once, rising into the sideline, big full breath. And then release, come back center. Both hands behind the head. Elbows hug forward in line with the nose. Root the hips back, keep the belly long as you lift through the center, rise and open up. Curl in, chin tucks in, broad in the back. And then root the hips back and ripple it back open. Heart lifts up towards the sky. One more time. Big lifting up nice and high. Cool. Rise through the center, hold your length as you lift up and arc over to the left. Crescent left. Hips pulse back, soften the belly forward, lift up and arc over. Release your left hand, catch outside edge of right thigh. Root the hips back, soften the belly towards your arm. Big rise up. Extend the whole right side. Little pulses here, creeping open the sideline. And take this right elbow, dip it down towards the left corner of the mat. Curl in, chin to chest, broad in the back. And then root your hips back, press the head back into the hand and peel it back open, big rising up, arc over. Breathe into it, one more full inhale. Exhale, release. Total release. Big exhale. Slide the hands forward. Maybe walk the knees back just a little bit. Hands and knees. Top of the foot continues to press down and gently drag back for that low hollow in the ankle. Hips root back, holding the hollows in the groins, a length in the belly, and then pulse the ribs forward. So can you maintain the alignment of your spine here? Softened belly, lower lumbar moving into its natural curve. The knees can gently press down, forward, and out to the side. You'll notice that when they energetically press outwards, you fire into the glute medius. The whole time we hold an pressing down of the ground away, so we broaden in through the back rib cage. The whole rib cage expands wide. And then let's add some more fluid motion here. Hips back, ripple forward, chin to chest, broad in the back. When you pull the hips back, hold the tensegrity and lengthen the belly. Keep your butt lifting up behind you versus tucking down. We want to keep it lifting. And then when you get to this place and you can't go back any further, then curl forward, chin tucks into the chest, broad in the back, press the ground away. A couple more at your own pace. Moving like water, connecting into each vertebrae. Find some stillness. Push the ground away. Broaden the space between the shoulder blades. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees, hands and feet. Walk the feet a little wider than your hips, maybe as wide as the mat. A nice bend into the knees. Get that springiness intact, and then send your butt way back up, wide and high. The belly is long. The wrists are ahead of the shoulders. Push the ground away, broaden into the back. Hold that spaciousness, that brightness in the back. In fact, in the whole rib cage, we want to feel it wide, all sides, expanding from the inside out. Begin to pulse forward and back. Hips root back, wide and up, and the heart pulls forward. We're going to add into this. I want you to sit real deep, 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 deep so that the belly comes towards the thighs. Send the butt up, up, up high, and then ripple forward, chin to chest. Push the ground away as you come towards a plank position, and then big, deep squat. Belly towards the thighs. Hips move way up high. Ripple forward, chin to chest. Press the ground away, more into the plank. One more time, deep squat. Thighs towards the belly. Hips lift up way high. Ripple forward, chin to chest, broad in the back. And then find some stillness here. Little pulses forward and back. Connect the paws, push down and out to the side. Externally rotate your right hand just a little bit, toes and knees twist to the left. Sit the hips towards the heel, find a big rise up into the left side line. Hips sit back, lift it up. A couple pulses here, bending and extending through the legs. Eyes look towards the left fingertips. Big stretch, left arm reaches forward, and take one more pulse. And back through center. A little pedal of the heels. Externally rotate left hand, toes and knees twist right. Sit the hips towards the heel, rise into the right side line. Bend and extend through the legs, hips root back, soften the belly. Eyes look towards your right fingertips. Big stretch, right arm reaches forward and long. Take one more pulse, big stretch. Go back through center. Hey, couple of pulses here. You're going to begin to knock the right knee towards the center of the mat. So the right knee begins to drop towards the center. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep the fullness in the back rib cage. Right ear drops to right shoulder. Pushing the ground away, extending along the left side ribs as we drop right knee to the middle. Keep pressing the ground away so it's like the knee can't possibly get down. One more pulse, and then let it land. Stay here just as you are. Sit the hips back towards the heel. Rise into the left side line. Now let's move with it a little bit. Allow yourself to curl in and ripple back open. And then curl in and ripple back open. And one more time, curl in and ripple back open. Hands plant, twist back, couple pulses forward back. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. The left knee begins to knock towards the center of the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Left ear drops towards the left shoulder, rising into the right ribs. Pushing the ground away. Left knee gets closer and closer and closer to the ground. And then lower your left knee down. Stay as you are. Big rise into the right sideline. And then let's move with this. Hips sit back, curl in, and then bloom it open. Hips back, curl in, and then bloom it open. One more time. Sit back, curl in, and bloom it open. Hand plants back down, eyes forward. Take a couple of hops, so maybe shortening the stance a little bit. Eyes look forward, push the ground away super strong. Big bend into a spring hop, knees at a 90-degree, land light. Hopping with an open belly, push the ground away. Keep the eyes looking forward of your hands. Land light, narrow the heels to the center of the mat. Hovered heel a little bit. Deep squat. Take a pause, breathe. Right hand to the inside edge of your right thigh. Hands, little fingertips to the ground. Big stretch up, left arm high, and then big arc over towards the right side. And stretching length along the whole left side. Keep the chin lifted, the belly long. And then let's drop the left hand forward of the heart. Curl in, chin tucks in, broad in the back. And then peeling it back open. Heart begins to bloom forward. Rise the arm. Extend the stretch along the left side line. One more full inhale. Lifting with the space underneath the left armpit, we rise like a rainbow over to the other side. Left hand fingertips to the ground, left knee nuzzles into the left knee. Right arm big, stretch up high, and then arc it over towards the left side. Soften the belly, soften the face. Then we'll take this arm, drop it forward of the heart, chin tucks in, broad in the back. And then peel it back open, soften the belly forward, chin lifted, throat open, big stretch. Lifting through the space underneath the right armpit. It's like a rainbow. We rise back through center. Connect your hands forward of your heart. Interlace them. And then take those hands to the top of your head. Hug the elbows narrow. The energy is resisting upwards into your hand so that we hold the length and space in the neck and the belly the whole time. The paws keep pushing down and out to the side. We're going to send the butt back. Lift up nice and slow. Resist head into hands all the way up. Don't lock the knees out before you come back down. Keep resisting upwards even when you're going downwards. Hips move back. Keep the butt engaged. Paws push down and out to the side. Connect your toes. Lift the chin, open the throat, soften the traps. Okay, next time you lift all the way up, we're gonna stay up. Fix the feet so they're parallel. Reach the arms forward and sway the ribs. And glide ribs side to side. Okay. Connect into your toes. Toe pads and mounds connected, pressing down and out to the side. The knees move forward and the hips gently glide back. Hold the length and spaciousness in the belly. Reach your arms forward, soften the shoulders, soften the traps. And then sweep your hands back, catching both sides of the skull. Hug the elbows narrow in line with the nose. Sit back, sit deep, sit wide. Big belly stretch, forearms up to the sky. Hold a gentle bend in the knee. Sit back, sit deep, sit wide, lift up. One more time. And then release. Big full breathing. Step wide, step wide. Deep squat, root the hips back. Hands horseshoe hold to the tops of the thighs. Just glide the legs side to side. Connect the toes. Hold a gentle micro bend in the back of the knee. Little glides. Okay, come back through center. Hips keep rooting back. Hover the heels. Shift both feet. Pivot to the right. Deep squat. Hips root wider. Maybe you have a block. Hands to the block to the inside edge of your foot or hands to the ground. If you need more height, you can come up here. So wherever you are, we're going to be working extension into the right leg. Think about rooting your right femur back wide and up into the hip socket. Keep your right toes connected. Belly long. Heart full. Okay, one more pulse. Rebend into the knee. Lift all the way back up. Little pulses up and down. Okay, we'll switch sides. Hover the heels. Shift both feet to the left side. Root the hips back. Maybe carry your block to the inside edge of your left foot. And work extension into the left leg. So rooting that left femur back wide and up into the hip socket. If you need more, if you need less, hands can go above the knees. A little bit more will be down to the block on whatever degree. If you have full extreme openness, you can take the hands to the inside edge of your left foot and just rooting the femur back wide and up. Hold the fullness in the heart. Keep the spine aligned, lower lumbar dipping into its natural curve. Lengthen the belly. Okay, rebend through the knee, come back through center. Reach the arms forward, sit deep, arc over, big bust style towards the right side. Connect your right hand to the inside edge of your right thigh. Sit low, sit back, sit wide, and then big rise up, arc over. One more pulse. Yeah, and then little rainbow over to the other side. Sit back, sit deep, sit wide, rise up, arc over. One more time. And come back center. Deep seat, hips back, hands down to the mat. 2 ways to get back, or hop back. Hands and feet. Little dance with your bum. Shift the hips side to side. Externally rotate your right hand, toes and knees twist to the left. Sit the hips towards the heel, rise into your left side line. Pulsing here. Allow there to be a big opening along your left. Keep the hips rooting back. In particular, think about the right groin, root that one back. One more pulse. Back through center. Pulse forward, back. Hold the fullness in your heart. Keep pressing the mat away. Externally rotate the left hand, toes and knees twist to the right. Little pulses here, root the hips back, soften the belly open. Chin is lifted, throat is open like a rainbow. We rise and arc up and over. Back center. Wide knees, move to the mat. Toes connect behind you. Sit back, wide child's pose. If you need some more support, you can come up onto your forearms. If you need a block under your butt to give yourself some support extra there, that's there for you. Want a fist stack? Elbows wide, you can do that. As you like, and then we'll end in a seated meditation. Actually, you will end in a seated meditation if you like. And so leaving you here with your breath, you can sit up or you can stay low for a little while longer. But just taking a couple moments to tap into your heartbeat, to tap into your breath and connect it in that fluid way that is like water and flowing and one into the next with ease and grace and softness. Thank you for practicing. Can hear my traffic maybe? I don't know. Maybe. I hope you hear the birds. Have a beautiful day, and if you're meditating, then I wish you big blessings on the exploration of tapping into your mind and your heart and your breath.